Hi guys, today's video is all about Beast Mode Perfumes, aka Siege Monsters. If you're the type of person whose goal is to intoxicate the room or you want to demand attention every time you enter a room, then this video is for you. By the way, if you're new here, my name is Joanna and I do reviews and recommendations of affordable and luxury fragrances in my channel. Now, if that sounds interesting to you, then please do keep watching and maybe consider subscribing. So today's list is a mix of everything. I have here Middle Eastern, niche, and designer perfumes. Yves Saint Laurent Libre le Parfum. I think this is one of the top 5 beast performers when it comes to designer fragrances. And this is like your spiced, orangey, lavender kind of fragrance that is sweetened by honey and vanilla. This is mainly orange blossom, so you must be into orange blossom in order to appreciate this perfume. It is just beautiful, powerful, and potent. It is a kind of orange blossom that is not headache inducing for me, and I'm very particular with orange blossom, but in my opinion, this is the kind of orange blossom that is sexy. I love how the orange blossom is spiced with the ginger and saffron that is in here. And I think it's a saffron that gave this perfume that oomph in the beginning. I love the dry down of this fragrance. This is such a potent orange blossom with a hint of lavender, sweetened by honey and vanilla. This designer fragrance is potent, guys. I highly recommend it if you are the type who only wears beast mode perfumes and you want to buy something from the designer's world. That is Libre le Parfum by Yves Saint Laurent if you are into strong yet sexy orange blossom scent. Next up is Without Surprise by Amouage, and this is Guidance. And guys, if you watch my channel, I have featured this many times. Actually, not just my channel. You've seen this everywhere in social media for a reason. This scent is just so captivating and unique. This fragrance is quite hard to describe, but then all I can say is that it is nutty, it is creamy. However, it has that sourness vibe that may not be for everyone. I think this is a kind of fragrance that you really have to test first before buying. The osmanthus note that is in here is giving off that apricot kind of scent in this perfume, and at the same time it is nutty because of the hazelnut note. But then, you know, as it dries down, it starts to become like creamy and powdery all at the same time. I know the description is kind of like here and there, but it's just that this fragrance is so complex and so unique that it's so hard to describe. But all I know is that if this fragrance works for you, you gonna love this. This will be part of your top 10 for life, and you just won't stop talking about it or even like using it. This has a very prominent akigala wood, rose, and saffron, which is like a staple of Quentin Biche creations. But I find this fragrance very different from the rest because, I don't know, there is like a certain type of sourness in here mixed with the nuttiness of hazelnut. I think that's why it is different. The longevity and projection of this one is just out of this world. Definitely fitting in today's category as a beast mode performer / siege monster, Amouage Guidance. Next up is something that I don't have yet a bottle of, and I only have a decant, and this is given to me by a friend of mine here in Portugal, Sonia. I was always curious about this perfume because this is by Maison Crivelli, and this is called Oud Maracuja. I think this was released last year, and you guys, this is the most realistic passion fruit fragrance that I've ever tried. This really opens up with that freshly cut juicy maracuja, like you can almost feel the seeds coming out from the flesh of the fruit. This has a lot of fruity notes in it, but then the dry down of this is mainly leather, oud, and slight passion fruit. So I only get the citrusy fresh passion fruit during the first 30 minutes, and then as it dries down, it becomes darker and darker, and as it evolves, you will just be left with that sexy leather, akigala wood, and oud combo with some resinous touches as well coming from the amber. Any scents from Maison Crivelli always sparks my interest, and you guys, this is a must try. I must say, if you are into oud, leather, and fruity scents, I will definitely get a bottle, or if not, like just like a small bottle. I actually just placed an order in Maison Crivelli's website because they just released another new fragrance last week, I think, and it's called Tuberose Astral. I wanted to get a 5 ml of this as well. However, it was sold out in the website. I am really looking forward in getting a bottle of this fragrance because, guys, this is beast mode. Just like any other Maison Crivelli's creation, this definitely leaves a trail, and it will definitely fill up a room. I only have this small size, and I have sprayed myself maybe 4 times in one go, and guys, the scent stays all day long, and it's a kind of fragrance that even if I scrub it off my skin, it stays still and it lingers. So having said that, this fragrance is definitely a Sillage monster and a must try if you are looking for a realistic passion fruit with an oud and leather combo. Yeah, Oud Maracuja by Maison Crivelli. So the last 3 perfumes are Middle Eastern, and the first one that I'm gonna talk about is by Armaf, and this is called Club de Nuit Intense. And guys, this is for someone who's into that Middle Eastern vibe kind of scent that is potent yet classy all at the same time. This has a very prominent rose, saffron, patchouli, and oud. However, this one is spiced and it has that very prominent geranium note as well to my nose. So what does a geranium smell like? Basically, it smells like a green rose. I think if you enjoy fragrances that gives off that Middle Eastern vibes, however, there's nothing screechy here. That's why I love it. It is peppery, it is spicy because of the nutmeg note, and the saffron here is very dry. I love that the rose is there. However, the rose is not really picking through. It is very well balanced with the patchouli and oud. The rose is very prominent here, so you must be into roses in order to appreciate this fragrance. And just like what I said, you know, something that gives off Middle Eastern vibes. This is definitely a beast mode performer. Will last you forever, and guys, this will definitely fill up a room, so use sparingly. Oh, and by the way, this is a spot-on dupe of Tom Ford's Noir de Noir. Club de Nuit Intense by Armaf. Next up is by Swiss Arabian, and this is called Shaghaf Oud Azraq. I actually received this as a free sample when I ordered the last perfume that I'm gonna talk about, and you guys, this is very strong, very, very strong. I will never forget when I opened the box of my order. It smelled like this. It has a very sharp honey and oud. in the beginning, but then, you know, as it dries down, it becomes darker and darker, and what you will be left is mostly an earthy patchouli and animalic leather. I find this fragrance masculine leaning. I find it dark and mostly winter appropriate, and I think you must be that person who is ready to wear this fragrance, because this is definitely a bomb. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna describe this. This is not necessarily the kind of fragrance that I will go for, but I appreciate how potent and loud this fragrance is done. However, still, you know, having that sophisticated quality in it. If you are into animalic leather and earthy patchouli kind of scents, this is a must try, guys. I feel like if I didn't know that this is from Swiss Arabian, I will think that this is an expensive niche fragrance for men. Highly recommend it for those of you looking for a loud and animalic leather and patchouli combo. Yeah, that is Shaghaf Oud Azraq by Swiss Arabian. And last but not the least is one of the most talked about Middle Eastern scent right now, and this is Shaghaf Oud Tonka by Swiss Arabian. If you watch one of my videos about rating viral Middle Eastern perfumes, you know how I feel about this fragrance. This is definitely for someone who's into almond, and I'm talking about the kind of almond that you get from Dior's Hypnotic Poison and BBK's Velvet Tonka. This has a very sweet almond plus very sweet orange blossom as well, with a hug coming from vanilla and tonka bean. This to me smells like a hybrid of BDK's Velvet Tonka and Dior's Hypnotic Poison. Okay, it's not a total dupe of BDK's Velvet Tonka, but to me this is like a hybrid of those perfumes that I mentioned. So if you are a fan of those two fragrances, you will be in heaven with this fragrance. It is not my style of scent profile, but once again, I appreciate the quality and the potency of this perfume. That's why I am featuring it in this video, because it may not be my scent profile, but I'm keeping this fragrance because I feel like maybe one day I will really like love it. But I know that a lot of you guys love this fragrance already, and it's just that it deserves to be here because, guys, this is a beast mode fragrance. You don't need to spray a lot. Highly recommend for sweet almond lovers out there. Shaghaf Oud Tonka by Swiss Arabian. By the way, I just want to mention as well that this has nothing to do with oud. So just in case someone is wondering that this has oud, I don't get any traces of oud in this fragrance. And also I find this fragrance something that you can wear all year round. Maybe you just don't overspray during spring and summer. I think the maximum spray that you can do with this fragrance when it's hot outside is around 4. And then like you do whatever you want during winter. Yeah, that's all about it. So that's the video for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. By the way, last year I made a video called Sillage Monsters, and I'm gonna link that video below just in case you're wondering if there are other beast mode perfumes that I've tried before. Basically, this is like the part 2 of that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you on my next one. Bye, guys.